Hello and welcome to another Blue Room's Guide. This time we're going to be looking at the live music production room. Today we're going to cover how to set up the front of house PA system, including powering up and powering down, patching in the desk and the front of house, setting up the mixing desk, and the front of house rack. In the LMP room, you have to power up and connect every part of the system yourself. It is important that this is done correctly to avoid loud popping or potentially damaging the system. Before you start, remember to reset the room. To do this, remember the method of Dr. A. Dr. A stands for desk, rack, and amp. This method gives you a brief overview of powering up any system. In reverse, Dr. A is used for powering down a system. Firstly, check that nothing has been left on or turned up by a previous group and that the desk isn't connected to the front of house. If you find something has been left on, turn down all inputs and outputs, if applicable, and switch off the unit before disconnecting any relevant cables. Now that the room has been reset, it is time to begin powering up the system. A specific order for the LMP room is mixing desk. Check that the desk is plugged in and then hit the power button on the back plate of the desk. Inserts rack. Turn on the power distribution rack mount before turning on the individual rack units. Over on the front of house rack, the DBX speaker management, speaker amplifier, and then the sub speaker amplifier. On the D-Venue software, visible on the monitor connected to the SC48, we need to assign the master stereo bus to a physical output on the desk. Generally, this is output 1 as left and output 2 as right. To do this, go to the patch bay menu, select Outputs and then select Front of House. Now assign channel 1 and 2 to left and right. Now that the desk is set up, it is time to connect the mixing desk to the front of house. Using the patch bay loom, connect the main outputs you have just assigned on the desk to the patch bay. 25 and 26 are generally used as the main outputs in the LMP module. At the stage box, use two patch length XLRs to connect the output of the loom to the front of house rack. Make sure to connect the outputs with the same numbers that you connected to the desk. Finally, plug the two patch length XLRs into the input of the speaker management system at the rear of the front of house rack. Now that everything has been connected, it is time to set up the front of house rack. Over on the front of house rack, the DBX speaker management system should default to the LMP preset. However, if it doesn't, simply turn the large black encoder until you reach the LMP room preset, then press on the encoder to load the preset. Next, turn the gains on the amplifiers to 10 o'clock, and ensure that all amplifiers have matching gains. Now the front of house should be correctly set up. Assuming you have an input, bringing up the channel faders and main output fader on the desk should provide you a signal, and you should receive output from the PA system. Today we covered powering up and powering down, patching in the desk and the PA system, setting up the mixing desk, and the front of house rack. Thank you for watching this Blue Room's guide on the live music production room. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube.